Okay, so this is almost ready to go, and you'll hear a beep when it's within its operating range, and it'll say ready up here. Now, what I want to show you is that the bottom, there it is, now we're ready to go. It has a range of about 10 degrees from, so if you set it to 400, it would be like 395 to 410, and then it'll cycle back and forth. Okay, now, with this, here's the way this works. Rather than the top coming down onto the bottom comes up and presses against the top. There's an air pillow inside of this unit right here, and when I press the two buttons, you'll see the bottom table come up against the top, and it'll be there for a minute, and then you'll see it relax and go back down slowly. There is an escape valve in here, which at the factory setting is set to escape the air too quickly. In other words, instead of gently going down, it just all of a sudden drops. And so I had to get in there and adjust that. So I'll be adjusting that for you. Now, one last thing we need to do, which we didn't talk about before, is I have a piece of regular paper towel material for over the top. And the reason for that is this right here, if you look underneath here, this is like it looks like a big steel plate, and you have to keep that clean. Eventually, dust and little particles will build up on the bottom, and what you want to do is when it's completely cold, just feel it. And if it feels real smooth without you'll feel the things on there. You can use like a green scrubby and some any kind of SOS pad or anything that you'd clean a dish pan with if you wanted to clean like the grate on your barbecue oven, and just keep that clean. I've had to do it once in the year that I've owned the machine because I felt the grimy stuff building up. But right now it's real smooth and clean. So this paper towel also does a good job of preventing particles from getting onto the heat press. And the last thing is you never, ever, ever want to press where there's going to be ink against this, because if the ink gets on there, now you got to scrub it off, and it's nasty because it'll come off on your tags on your next cycle if it gets on there. So you always cover it up. And this heat platen should never come in contact with the black surface because it will melt it. And it'll cause it to be all sticky. All right, so let's get going here. Okay, we got 398 heating, and it does say ready. So we're ready to go. The word ready right here indicates we're ready to go, and it's about 398, which is our window. So now I'm going to press this button and this button simultaneously, and what you need to do is back up, Jan, if you would. I want them to see that the bottom is going to come up into the top, okay? And here we go. Okay, so the bottom comes into the top at whatever pressure is set by this dial, and you can see that our timer is now counting down. And when that timer gets to 0, it'll beep and slowly lower the bottom table. Go ahead and stop.